Thanks for coming back to the channel, Hidden Valley Homestead, where we're preparing for what's coming. One of the key tools for the homestead is a log splitter when wood heat is your only source. Let's get to it. Welcome to Hidden Valley Homestead, where my wife Olivia and I escaped the city to homestead our off-grid property in Idaho. This is our journey. Alright guys, let's show you what's going on here. This is a County Line 40-ton wood splitter. It's a very, very popular brand. It comes with a Kohler engine, 14 horsepower, pretty awesome. Got a great big reservoir of oil right down there. You can actually tow this at full freeway speeds. But a 40-ton, I figured, I bought it used from a guy that had used it for one job. And it's been working great for the last couple of years, but it's leaking like a sieve. So we're going to change the seals on this cylinder. So we're going to take the cylinder off right here and show you guys where it's leaking from. It's leaking from right in there, and it's leaking quite a bit. So we're going to get the cylinder off, and I did purchase a seal kit. I'll leave a link in the description for this. This seal kit is for a 4-inch bore with a 1.75 shaft size, and the kits are actually pretty cheap. But we're going to put these new seals on here, and hopefully we can fix this log splitter. So let's get to it. So a lot of this stuff is common sense. One thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to make sure that that cylinder is sucked all the way up inside, retracted, so that you don't have a whole lot of fluid that's sitting inside of this cylinder. So this thing fills up with fluid, obviously, and pushes the shaft out. Kind of goes without saying. So if this thing is all the way out, then there's going to be a ton of fluid in here. So suck it all the way up. I still have my catch bucket down here in case I get any. It's already starting to weep out right there. So I want to catch whatever fluid is inside this line. Don't want to spill it on the ground. Alright guys, we got it on the table. This thing is heavy. So there's a rubber seal in here. No rubber seal there, which is actually kind of surprising. So that side is a compression fitting, but this end is not a compression fitting. And it has a flat flange on it, so you need to make sure you save that seal. There obviously was still some fluid in there, so we're going to continue to drain this really quick and then undo these two bolts and pull the shaft out. The only way they'll love it is if I make you my thumbnail. Alright, I got that blown out, got the retainers on, and I'm expecting to be able to just pull this out. Alright, so kind of hard to see right there, but there's a retainer clip right there. That's what's keeping this thing in. Once I get this retainer clip in, this whole thing should just slide right out. Guys, this handy little tool right here, this is a Mac Tools version, but I'll leave a link in the description for this. You can get this on Amazon. It's got this really, really cool hook on the end. Super strong. Makes it really handy to get in tight places. There's a retainer clip right there. Got it. Sheesh. Huh. That's so cool. It's got a castle nut on the back with a cotter pin to keep it. And we're going to take a look at the inside here. All right, guys, we got 3 seals here. Got 2 fat ones and a skinny one. And then, of course, there's going to be a seal on the inside of this. And that's where it's leaking, is that inside seal. So I'll have to slide that bad boy off. But looking at the inside, it looks like it's in really good shape. We've got a little bit of rust on this outside, but there's no oil. There's never any oil right here. That's where this outside ring sits. So, but the inside of this thing looks pretty darn good all the way in. So I don't have to do anything with this. I just need to get this apart. So if you guys can see that green seal in there, there's some little chunks missed, and it's cracked all the way around. That green seal is the one that's been leaking. Well, and I just discovered that this is not a 1 3/4 bore, a 2 5/8 bore. So this seal kit's not gonna work. That freaking sucks. Okay guys, do your homework before you buy a set of seals off of Amazon that you think are cheap. But I'm going to tell you what, Tractor Supply sent me this as a courtesy. I cannot tell you how impressed I am with Tractor Supply's customer service. There's a phone number on the splitter for parts and service and whatnot. And I called them, told them what was going on, and they said, well, we'll send you a seal kit. I mean, gosh, it's probably 10 bucks. Anyway, they wouldn't even sell it to me. Pretty cool. Let's get this thing changed. First thing I did is take this bolt out, disconnect the splitter head from the end of the shaft. Slide this out of the way. Put my bolt out of the way. Next thing I'm going to do is undo that nut and this nut for the hydraulics. Okay guys, give it a little tippy tappy. Okay, there's your retainer ring. Okay, here we go guys. There we go, there's the last little bit of fluid there. Alright guys, we're going to check everything in here, make sure that there's no scoring or whatnot. Looks like we've got 2 great big seals here with the plastic retainer spacer. And I can see those in here. That's these big ones right here. Then we've got another big one right here with another retainer. Now the seal that's leaking is actually on the inside of this. So I'm going to slide this thing off. You really can't. So it's got this spacer right here. The seal that's leaking is this green one in here. If you guys can see that green one, it's all chewed up in there. Now, when you guys are doing these, make sure you remember the order. This is the outside with the 2 retainer bolts. And then we have this rubber seal, blue seal, that faces out. We want to make sure this thing is facing out, as well as the order of these seals right here. So I've got these 2 big ones here, and these 2 big ones here. These go with that one. Okay, we got the 2 outside ones done. Now let's do the inside ones. So we got 3. I see 3. And honestly, I don't know where this one goes. Doesn't go in there. Huh. Well, let's get these out. That was easy. Now this green one. There, straight poker tool. That's the one to use on these. There we go. Oh yeah, this thing came apart in 3 pieces. Holy smokes. So, looks like this is the way that goes. So these things have a different shape to them, so make sure you get the right one in and that you put it the right direction. So collapsing it and bending it so that you can get it in there is the way to do it. There we go. Just like that. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay. Now for the last one. And you can see the way this is cupped out, and this is cupped out as well. So the cup faces out. Yep, so the cup is facing out. So I'll make sure to get this in. Okay. We have new seals. Ooh, man, that is a tight fit. That's a good sign. Oops. Huh. Almost forgot my spacer. There's no seal on that. Okay. Try this again. There we go. Okay. There we go. Okay. Now I kind of assumed that there was enough oil in here to get these things wet, but I don't think so. Took it over on that log up there and dropped it upside down, and it just went sliding right in. Yeah, just a smidge more. There we go. Let me go ahead and start these. There we go. That was the key, guys. I'll leave a link in the description for one of these. It's a panel tool. Now I can put my retainer in here. And as all these do is keep this thing all the way out like it's supposed to be, up against that retainer ring, that C-clip, or the spring clip. All right, guys, success. Got all the seals put in, and there is not a drop coming out of that bad boy. I cannot say enough good things about Tractor Supply and at least their wood splitters. Very, very happy with that. Customer service is fantastic, so highly recommend it. We got this 40-ton splitter, and it's going to do the job for us for a long time. So thanks, guys, for watching, and check out other videos, bees, and all kinds of fun stuff here on the Homestead. See you next video.